YouTube, it's your boy Sick, and it's Sikshot Gaming Channel, and it's been a minute since I did a video, but I am back with a brand new game, Mortal Kombat 1. Let's get going, and the first character I will be discussing for you is General Shao. I almost said Shao Kahn, but he's not Shao Kahn no more in this one. He's General Shao. Alright, let's go. So, let's talk about key moves. So, Shao Kahn has two different movesets in this game. He has a moveset when he has an axe in his hand, and he has a moveset when he doesn't have an axe in his hand. So there's only one way to get rid of the axe, and we're going to talk about this later. But right now we're going to talk about his key moves, his strings when he has the axe in his hand. Alright, so has a standing one, 7 frames, pretty good. Down jab, another 7 frames, pretty good. It's pretty much standard or like that. So he has 1-2, and this is his go-to Punisher, and he gets a lot of damage off of this as well. This is the only thing you really need as far as like block punishment. So you get a little pop-up, you get a combo from there. So you got 2 routes you could go when it comes to combos: meterless, non-meterless. Almost 30% non-meterless. That's pretty good. But if you was to spend a bar a meter, you could get this. (36% for meters). So, a very good thing about this move is not only is a combo starter, it is very safe on block. It is -3, right? If you wanted to steal your turn back, if you feel like you have a read on your opponent, you feel like your opponent gonna try to attack with a faster move, like not a faster move, but a fast high or a slow mid, you could do stuff like this. All right. If you got the super read on your opponent, you know they're gonna go high, then you can do this. You can duck it, neutral duck, and then punish from there. If you know they're going to attack with a high, or you trying to steal your turn back, whatever like that, you do this, down jab, and then if you hit with your down one, your 1-2 jails. You hit with your down one. So you do this, boom. They cannot duck this, that jails. So they have to respect that. You start your mind games with this move, right? So if you want to steal your turn back, you're going to down jab after the 1-2, right? If you want to steal your turn back, whatever. If you feel like your opponent is going to retaliate with something slow or with a high. But if you're, after a while, your opponent's going to catch on and they're going to start doing this. They're going to start down jabbing you, and you can't beat it out because you're a negative over the 1-2. So what you can do, if you know your opponent is a down jabber and that's all they like to do is down jab, right? This is what you can do. You can do 1-2 and you can slight walk back, right? You get out of range of the opponent's down jab. I think the only down jab that probably might reach is Melina's, but I'm not too sure about that. But so don't quote me on that. So since I can get out the way with that, what do I do from here, right? I made him with punish. What do I do from here? So there's only really one. It's a couple good options. I'll show you one of them, right? So boom, boom. You can do back one, right? You can walk, micro dash back, micro walk back, back one. Then back one has a follow up, and this follow up is safe as well. Back one too, as you can see, is safe. So you lose, it's -6. You lose your turn basically. I mean, you could try to steal it back with down ones and stuff like that, but you're up close on your opponent, and yeah. So just keep that in mind. What I was just talking about. So you put them in a situation like this, micro dash back, and you can punish, as you can see, if you feel like they're gonna retaliate with a down jab. So boom, boom, and you can finish with a special, or you can finish the string altogether to keep yourself safe. Or you could go all in. Oh, I took too long. So do whatever you want in that situation, but that is the setup. Keep in mind, your opponent can counter this, right? Your opponent can counter this with a long-reaching jab or a long-reaching down 3 or down 4, which I will showcase right here. I'm not gonna have a chance to back dash, right? I can't walk back, that always hit me, so I can't do the setup, right? So to beat this out, right, is, I'll show you, hold on, down jab. My down jab will beat out their attempt at their down 3 or their down 4, but it won't beat their down 1. But then my micro walk back will beat the down 1. So keep all of that in mind. That's the mind games when it comes to using this string. About his forward 1. His forward 1 could be used as an anti-air, but you might as well use standing jab. To be honest, this move is not really that great. I'm only mentioning it because it has its uses, but it's not really that great. I like using a block string, and I will showcase that later, but the range is not that good. It has a follow 1. That goes to the forward. That's pretty good. But when you're at this distance and you see that your opponent with an attack, you might as well just go with standing too, because it's faster, it reaches further, and you still get a very good, decent combo. I'm gonna show you the differences right now. Show you the meter route, right? So you go. You get 347 damage right there, or you can just do. See, you're not losing that much damage, so I would recommend, as a whiff punisher, just do that. So let's talk about standing 2. All right, so standing 2 is 8 frames, has tremendous reach. From this range, a lot of people. Well, this character actually, I lied. This character is being that could protect you, to be honest. But since it's so fast, you could just throw out there. Yeah, you're gonna beat out a lot of people, but a lot of people from this range gotta throw out slower moves to reach you, where this is most 9 times out of 10 gonna beat them out. Unless you're raiding, you just keep doing the lows all day, all day, then it's gonna go completely over. But yeah, so it has follow-ups. You have 2-2, right, which is cancelable. Okay, this on block is -7. So it actually is unsafe by a down jab or a stand jab, actually, if you're quick enough. But the thing about it is you have a follow-up. You have another follow-up. Boom. So you have, and that's -6, and that's safe. So you can go for down jab shenanigans, try to steal your turn back, so on and so forth. Yeah, so if your opponent tries to punish you after you do this, you can do the third one, which will beat them out if they try to press a button. So you can stagger pressure with this. You can do 1 into a grab, then you can do 1-2 into a grab, or whatever type of reset pressure you want to do. You can stagger with this string. What we have is back 2. This is a very long reaching launcher. It do have recovery though, so if you whiff, you're dead. So you have to be in range and make sure that you hit. Right here, you see, you gotta be around this range. All right, combo it. For some good damage, and you want even more damage. So this move is +3 on block. All right, so once you get your opponent to block this move, you can start applying your mix-up. A lot of the times, opponents like to try to do something back to you. So what I like to do is, and I down jab to beat them out, right? Because I'm +3, my down jab essentially comes out in 5 frames, or whatever you could think of. It's not really 5. It don't come out 5 frames, to be honest. The opponent moves comes out 3 frames slower. So now their down jab is going to come out at 10 frames instead of the normal 8 frames or 7 frames that it has. All right, so once I down jab and I get the opponent to respect my down jab after this, then I can start applying my mix-up. I can start going for grabs, or I can start going for lows or my overhead, whatever I want, however I want to mix my opponent up, or I can go into a string or whatever, however I want to mix my opponent up. But the key is that you have to get your opponent to respect your plus frames after this down jab. So keep that in mind. Another couple little things, this move does combo from a jump in. So if you can jump in with this move, it combos. Only thing, oh yeah, you could do the double one. You gotta really time it. But it does combo from a jump in, so that's really, really good as well. Thing is, if you do a very deep jump in and then do the back two, it will be a frame trap, and you can get a combo from there. See? So keep that in mind. All right. I like to use the setup a lot. If I'm allowed to jump at my opponent, it's a frame trap. Corner, you get a massive combo. Then you got dash up to finish that, right? Let's see. You got dash up, jab, standing jab into that to get the massive combo. So, and it's very, very easy. You just do the back two 4 times. You don't got to time it. You just do it back 4 times, 2-2 into your annihilated special move, which you go about that later. And then, yeah, very easy. Very easy combo. Put a jump in. Yep. So you can do this combo in the corner for jump in or regular. It doesn't matter. All right. So next up, we got his forward 2. Right. His forward 2 is a overhead that gives you 35 frames of advantage on hit, which is crazy. And this move comes out in 20 frames. So I could, if I want to, I can do it again. I could do it again. But if my opponent blocks this, it is death, though. I'm very punishable. But he has a follow-up. His follow-up is he has a grab follow-up. So you press the grab button after you hit this, and you hit them, and it switches sides. All right. So you got 15 frames of advantage while they're on the floor. So that's okay, but this move is very unsafe as well. Both of these moves is launch punishable. It's death when they block this move. All right. But sometimes, right, when the opponent blocks this move, they gotta watch out for this grab. So let me showcase that. Okay. I gotta put him in the stance actually. All right. So he's blocking. Okay. So sometimes. Actually, I did it wrong. Sorry. Okay. Alright, you see how I'm punishable right there, right? You try, boom. You block that. Can't do nothing. Very punishable. Alright? But, oh, that beat me out too. Forget it. Actually, is punishable by down jabs in general. A lot of times, players, when I was playing, people was getting hit trying to follow up with that move, but I guess they was using slower moves because you could punish me in general. So, no pun intended, because it's General Shao. But anyways, if you do this overhead and then commit to the grab, right? 8 frame moves trade with it. Right, I see. I have Raiden doing his standing 2 and his 8 frames, and it trades. So that means this move would cleanly beat out anything that's 9 frames or less. So if your opponent goes for like a down 3 or a down 4 or anything 9 frames and less, they would get cleanly beat out. All right. So this is where your cameos come in and they start to help you out with certain moves, stuff like that. And you need a ambush cameo to help back you up in this situation. So ambush cameos are cameos that can be used during special moves. So keep that in mind. And this overhead cannot be canceled into a special move at all and anything like that. But with the cameo, this cameo and the Motaro cameo, and there's other cameos that help out that keep you safe as well, like Cyrax, stuff like that. This is where this move really shines, especially with Motaro, because you get a combo. So if this block, you get out of dodge, and if the opponent commits to trying to punish you, you can punish them. All right. Now, if the move hits, all right, you get a full combo. Cyrax, I'm gonna showcase what I do with Cyrax, right? So with Cyrax, right, when you hold down his neutral cameo button, he gets this little spinny, twisty, whatever you want to call it, right? Right? So when you do with the overhead, right, the only thing is you cannot get a combo after that, but you do get pressure, so you can do whatever you want from there. See, they can block. So you can go for grab. Well, since the cameo is out, you have to do your back grab if you want to get anything. You gotta do the back grab if your cameo is out. So you have to go for your back grab. And that in this situation, you could, like I said, you can mix it up again. You can do it again and finish the overhead if you feel like they're gonna block high, or you can go for your low, and so on and so forth. So that's what you could do with Cyrax in that situation. So another exclusive Cyrax thing, right, when it comes to General Shao and Cyrax, is in general, since a lot of his moves you could call Cyrax in, right? So in a situation like this, right, your opponent will press buttons, right? Say like if you staggering with Tutu and they press a button, and if you do it at the right time, you can get a combo. So that's really, really good. And if you can meter burn that, you can meter burn that for a higher damage combo. We're gonna talk about is down 3, down 4, and it's back 3. All right. So down 3 and back 4 is pretty generic. 11 frame startup, 13 frame startup for the down. So 11 frame startup for down 3, 13 frame startup down 4. On block, on hit, they both give you advantage of +10, and on block, they both like -11. So yeah, you only use these moves to really poke back. They got range, so you're in a position where this won't hit or this won't hit. Basically, if you need a low or something that hits low or mid, and this doesn't get the job done, then you're gonna have to go with this. It's slower, but this will get the job done when you need something in that. Especially this is 11 frames, so you could treat it like a low mid. Even though it hits low, they have to block it, right? If they stand, but so this will be your fastest attempt at a counter attack, because this is 14 frames, and so it's pretty slow. So you're in a situation where you have to counter attack with something fast, but something that's going to hit low and mid. It's down 3 would be it. You don't get nothing out of it, but you get 10 frames of advantage. So you play off of that however you want. So you could do this, dash up, and do whatever from there. 3 is a low, and it's special cancelable. And with certain cameos, you could combo into it. Like example would be Cyrax could get his spinning blade into it. Sector could combo. Scorpion could combo. There's a couple characters that could combo from this low. Alright. This low, if I can showcase this, is safe on block. Right? It's -6. Now, it has follow-ups as well too. So you, since it has follow-ups, you can stagger pressure. You could do going for the grab, you got the little micro dash. Going for the grab. And if you feel like they're gonna try to interrupt you, hit them with the overhead, and then you have a hit grab as well too with this. That's really unsafe. So just be careful how you use that. You might as well just go with this, because this is safe. Alright. From on whiff, both moves will come out regardless. So if you want to try to play this mind game from this area, your opponent presses a button, you throw this out, and then you feel like your opponent's gonna try to press a button, you could follow just like that. So yeah, you could use that. I don't really do that as much, but you can use that. So I'm gonna talk about special moves before we talk about his other moveset with no axe, right? So his special moves, there's only one way to get rid of the axe, and it's in one of his special moves. So we're gonna talk about that first. But first of all, I'm gonna cover all the other special moves first. So we have down forward 1, which is his buff. It's okay. It gives him damage buff. It's cool. He already does a lot of damage, so you don't really need it. You don't have to, because the only really way to really do something good with it is in combos. To use it within combos, and you have to use a certain cameo for that, which is, and characters would be like Jax or Scorpion or Sonya. So there's a lot of cameos you could combo into this for. But for my personal use and how I want to use my cameo, I want to be able to combo off his overhead. The cameos that I like to use, besides Cyrax I can't combo with the overhead, but I do get extra damage and pressure, so I can use Cyrax within a combo when using the axe as well too. So yeah. Next we got down back 4, which is this move right here. It goes full screen. It's a low. The startup is really slow though, so you're not gonna really use this as a zoning tool unless you're facing that character who can't zone. Then okay, but you're not gonna be spamming this at all. The startup is real slow. With Matara though, you could cancel out of it if you need to at any point. You see they about to zone. At any point you can cancel out of it, so that's really good. It's too slow to combo into. So I mean, I guess you have a little mix up with this move too. So this is the overhead, and the overhead is faster, but you could use it somewhat as a mix up. It's not that good though. As another thing is the meter version is a full screen launcher, which is pretty tight. That's pretty good. But I don't really use this move because that to me is just a waste of meter. So yeah. And another thing about this move, it is basically kind of safe, right? It's -9, but with this type of pushback, your opponent will not be able to do anything with that. So that move is pretty safe, all right? But since it's so slow, you're gonna get interrupted. So just keep that in mind. Next move special move we're gonna talk about is down back 3, which is the Annihilator. This is jumping knee. And when you he has 2 versions of the move. This version is when he has axe, and it's another version as well too. But this version, when he has axe, causes a knockdown. 15 frames of advantage when you hit with this move. It is also a high, so your opponent can duck this move, and low profile this move, which does suck. I wish this move was a mid, but hey, whatever. Never wrong. Please make this move a mid. I understand it is kind of crazy because you can use it as an anti-air as well too, but please use the move as a mid. Please, this move needs to be a mid to make him a pretty decent character. Getting back to the god. The meter burn version of this move is you combos with down forward 4. All right, and we're gonna talk about that special move next. But yeah, that's how you get combos with the meter burn version of this move. back forward into whatever you want from there. And yeah, and this is your wake up reversal. Again, this is his armor reversal, and has his problems, all right, which I would like to talk about. All right, so if you're going to keep this move at high and at low profiles, at least let you get a combo. When, I mean, that would be kind of cheap. That's why it should be a mid. I'll take it if it's a mid. Make it a mid, and yeah, because when a situation like this happens, right, I can't cancel until my down forward 4 at all. When you eat a hit on wake up using this move, you cannot cancel into a combo at all. So this makes him pretty weak when it comes to wake up wise, because if he does hit, right, and he absorb an armor, if he absorb a hit, you can't get a combo. And then your opponent could low profile move with his down jabs or anything like this. Let me see if I can showcase this, right? All right, so goes right over, right over, right over. So, and then you're going to get punished. So if you make that move in mid, that'd be great. Change it to mid, please. Never wrong. I'm telling you, that'll make him a more complete character. At least he has an option to wake up with, because if you're going to take away the combo, make it a mid at least. Like, or give him the combo, since you could just duck it anyways. So the next special move you're going to talk about is his down forward 4. And this is his overhead axe attack. And this is one of his most important moves in the game, because it places, this is the only way you can get rid of your axe, right? So you gain access to the ever move list, right? But we're going to talk about this move first. So this move is an overhead. If you put this in a string, well, if you put this in your 1-2, it can't be interrupted. Your opponent tries to down jab it, they would get hit. So they have to respect that. That's why you can start staggering pressure with this, right? Because the follow-up was flipping, all right? You can only do, let's see what else you can do. Everything else, it don't seem like, maybe this. Forward 1-2-2 as well. Can't be interrupted. The same thing as forward 1-2-2. This is the only time I use this string for block pressure if I want to get my axe down. So if I know my opponent's going to block, I'll do it. And if they get hit, hey, my axe is down. I get to do whatever I want. If they block, then my axe is still down, and I could attempt to backdash, to punish, and so on and so forth. The meter burn version of this move, so the regular version is -10, right? So it's punishable, kind of, sort of, like a Sub-Zero slide and stuff like that could punish it. But from this distance, right, where I'm put at, there's so much pushback that there's nothing they could do, right? Even from up close. The pushback sent me so far back that you can't do nothing really to punish me. Besides, like, if you have like a faster advancing move that's going to punish it at -10. So what I like to do is, if I know my opponent is going to try to rush in and jab after that, I try to step my turn back. But if I know if they doing stuff like down forwards or like that to beat me out, then I'll just try to reset. I'll try to do something where I whiff punish them with the standing 2 when I'm in this mode, right? So that's one thing I do. But the meter burn version of this move is -0. So, and another thing is, the regular version is 80 damage when the meter burn version is 110 damage. So you get a little bit more extra damage if it hits. That's good. And if it's blocked at -0, and then you could really try to whiff punish and do stuff from there. All the moves, right, that he has when he doesn't have axe, right? So his move list changes up a little bit. His 1-2 remains the same. It still gets the same property. It pops up, stuff like that. His 2 is his punch, and it's very advancing. And 2-2 is this, right? So the 1 is +1 on block, right? So let me showcase this. gonna beat them out. The 2-2 is 0 on block, so you would trade if you try a down jab after that, right? And the last hit, instead of it being 2-2-2 like it is in Axe, it's 2-2-4, and it's +2 on block, right? So after this, opponents like the down jab or try to do anything back. So what I do is this, and if the axe is close, then you're able to do a command grab that he gains access to when he doesn't have the axe. But it has to be close. So let me show an example in the corner. That's what I like to do. When an opponent tries to attack after they block it and I down jab them to check them, I get a free grab or whatever type of grab I want and stuff like that. When the axe is out, he has this back one that launches the opponent, and it's really fast too, 12 frames. So you get a combo, switch your sides. So that's pretty good. So next move we got is his forward 2, and you know with axe, right? This is what this move look like. It comes out 16 frames. You know with axe, right? You got this move, which is 20 frames. With no axe, you gain access to an overhead that pops up for a combo, and it's 16 frames. So he becomes like a 50-50 machine when he doesn't have axe, right? Because he still have access to his back 3, and this is back 3 too, which is still overhead, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. But yeah, so when he has no axe, right, he can do this, and this is where the back 1 comes into play, because you put them in range where your axe is at for you to get the command grab. So if you was to hit with this move and you do a regular combo, not bringing them back to the axe, you have to do something like this, right? So put it out. 227 damage, that's not bad, and you get them closer to the corner. But if you want more damage and you want to have access to your axe again, you would do something like this. There you go. Get 239 damage and the axe is back in your hand, and then when you do that command grab, you can switch sides as well too. So let me show that real quick without doing the combo. Normally you end up on the side that you're doing on, right? But if I wanted to switch sides, I could hold the opposite side and get that. So it's pick your poison what you want to do. It's either you want the corner carry or you want the axe back in your hand. So yeah. So this move is also safe on block. It's -6. So that's really, really good. So if you want to try to steal your turn back, you could. So what I like to do, I like to set up this move, right? There's a couple ways I like to set up this move. I like to have a setup with Cyrax, but I keep them down a lot and block pressure, and then try to get the overhead or low off of it. Or you could drop your combo early on purpose and go for a reset, right? So here's an example of that. You can do something like that, or right, that's an overhead, or you could drop your combo and go for the low. I'm gonna showcase the low. And with the low is better because the Annihilator move with the axe is now a meterless combo with no axe, and it combos with the low. So you do that from there, and if you want to bring them back to the axe, right, you could do and then you can put them back on the same side that they originally was on. So that's really, really good. Back 2, we're gonna talk about his back 2 right now. His back 2, so this is, remember, his back 2 from when he has axe. So when he doesn't have axe, It's kind of the same thing. It's just not the same range, but it's the same properties. It gives you +3 on block. So just keep that in mind, and you get a combo from it. And the same thing, you do a lot of times in the corner too. You can do it 4 times mid by itself. You don't get that much damage though, but in the corner, yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. And if you need to switch back, right? Something like that. Alright. And then moving on from there, we got his back 3. It's the same thing. This is what it is. And this is the overhead. You lose access to the grab though, so just keep that in mind. But you could special cancel, and you special cancel to the no act version of Annihilator with no meter and it combos. So that is really, really good. You could also use it in a combo like this. You could use it in a combo just like that. And other changes he has when he has no axe is basically his down 3 and down 4 are different. So it's down 3, you get way more range, which is pretty good, but you only get +8 hit advantage. And his down 4 has less range than it would be an axe, but it's faster, and you get more hit advantage. So that's good as well too. So if you have no axe, down 4 be used when you're closer up, back 3 from further away. Keep that in mind. Now let's go and talk about the special moves when he has no axe compared to axe, because he has changes. Basically all the special moves changes, right, when you have no axe, right? So his down, first let's show his down back 4 is this when he has axe, but when he doesn't have axe, it's a overhead low. This is low, so like a ground shake move, whatever you want to call it, right? And when you up close, it's an overhead and a low. Let's see, but the difference is, right, say if I'm all the way over here, I can still use the axe. But if I'm too far, right, if the axe is completely off screen, oh, you can still use it. That's great. I mean, many times I can't use it. You can't use it in the string. So off of the 2-2-4, you can't use it off of 2-2, because if you press the 4, it's going to recognize that input as a 4. But when you're up close, that's not the case. It's closer up. But when you're further away, right, like here. Oops, I did it wrong. I actually pressed the 4 there. I did it again. What the heck is wrong with this? See, when you're too far away from the axe, even though you input the down back 4, you will still only get the knee, which is not a problem because you're still plus frames after that knee anyways. But if you're close, if the axe is closer to you, you're able to gain access to that move. And when you're in the corner, right, when you're very up close to your opponent and you're in the corner, it's an overhead and a low. Or when the axe is directly on your opponent, period. It don't have to be on the corner. It could just be when the axe is on your opponent, it's an overhead low. So they have to watch out for that. And another thing is, you could combo off of this, off of a down jab in the corner. See? So you could do, this will be the combo. And that would be what you get in the corner. So you could do setups like, sound like that, and that works. So that's pretty good. Version of this move pops up for a combo. So that doesn't hit. I think you're supposed to do it one time. Okay. Let's try this. That times it. That's a very good timing right there. Your opponent gets up and he has to block or he's going to get hit. That's very sneaky because he don't know what's going on in the background because you're off screen. So boom, boom. Very sneaky. Very sneaky. Setups like this. Almost 50% going off of a reset. That's really good. Another thing to add is that both versions of this move is safe on block. Meter burn version, safe on block. Regular version and meter burn, both safe. So that's pretty good. What we're gonna talk about is his down forward square, which is his axe move right here. Pretty good. When you close to it, it gives you +3. Same thing from the armor version as well too, so that's pretty good. So you can do what you want after that, however way you choose to apply pressure. Besides that, it's okay. The only real good use for it, right, that I found is in the corner, right? And let's just say I have my axe down and I'm pressuring with this string. That will hit, and the regular version does 90 damage, while the enhanced version does 120. So that's pretty good. I don't really use this move as much. I should try to use it more, but it's okay. I tried to use it and it's okay. You can't combo into it and nothing like that. So the next move we have is his command grab, right? And you do it by doing down forward 2, and you have to be by the axe to do this move. If you're not by the axe, the move will not come out. So let's show an example here. Even though the axe is on screen, it's too far for me to combo into it. Alright? It has to be at least on you. Let's see, what's the furthest I can go? If I'm right here, yeah, it works. Alright? Right here it works. It has to be like directly behind him. It has to be within reach for him to put the person onto the axe, because if you're not in the reach of the axe, you would not get the move. You just get a regular standing 2 when you have no axe. All right, so I like I like to use this in the corner, especially since he has so much stuff he could do. I could pressure with this. But I could pressure with this plus frames. Do something like that. Or I could mix it up. Go for the overhead. Go for the low. And if the opponent respect my plus frames after this and don't do anything, grab. So that's really good. So another special move is when you put the axe down, if you want the axe back in hand, you just do down forward 4 again, pull the axe back. He does have some recovery on this though, so you can't do this up close. Alright, let's say you got the axe down. You will get punished. So don't call the axe back directly in your face. Alright? What we're gonna talk about is his Annihilator and his down back 3 when he doesn't have an axe. So it launches and you get a combo. See how the no axe version, well, the axe version you have to meter burn to get a combo. No axe version, get a free combo. Alright, so if you want to get your opponent back, you do this. Pretty good. It combos from the low, so you don't have to meter burn at all from the low. So let's showcase that. Really good. So that's good. So in the meter burn version, all it does is just give it more damage. So the same thing applies for the non-axe version to the axe version of this move. So if it absorbs a hit of armor on a wake up, you will not get a punish. What the heck? That's not what I did. Hold up. You won't get a full combo. So I'm gonna showcase that. See, it doesn't launch them for a combo, so it's the same properties when it comes to that. Oh, the last thing I want to talk about is this fatal blow. This fatal blow is an overhead, and then when you up close on them and when they far away, it's a mid. But it is kind of hard to combo into, so we're gonna show that. It is kind of hard to combo into, so I'm gonna show you everything that combos into the fatal blow. All right, so back 3 combos into the fatal blow. Back 1 combos into the fatal blow. And that's 1-2 combos into the fatal blow. That's everything standing wise. Now combo wise, it gets a little bit trickier, right? So if you want to combo into it, right? Let's say you have to combo into it like this, right? So you have to, you have to do one hit of the no axe 2 into that, or you can do this. They have to be high up in the air so you get that combo off. And let's try, let's say, and that's how you combo into it. So yeah, those are all the ways that combo into the fatal blow with General Shao. But yeah, folks, that's pretty much the end of the road for this video. This has been a Mortal Kombat 1 what to do with General Shao, or how to play General Shao guide. It's a very in-depth guide. I know this much. I try to shorten it as much as I could, but I wanted to talk about everything because I put in a lot of hours with this character. So there's a lot of stuff I figured out with him. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of more stuff. So if there's any more updates, I will be dropping more videos. If you like the video and you learned something new and you appreciate this video, please smash the like button. I greatly appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. So please hit the like button. Don't watch the video and you attempt to do any of these things and you don't hit the like button. That's not nice. It helps the channel. It makes me want to keep on doing content. It helps the video get out there. So please, if you sat through all of this and you're still here, please hit that like button. If you know any General Shao players who want to learn, please share the video. Also, if you want to any other character, you want to know about any other character, or you have any things you want to see in regards to Mortal Kombat 1 content, please write it in the comment section below. Also, that greatly helps the channel as well. Commenting and liking the video helps the channel out in the algorithm so it can show to other people. So yeah, but besides that, I hope all of you have a nice day. Peace.